Righty-ho, we have another live. This live was not planned. Nope, this live was not planned at all. And as you can see, I am wearing my away kit, same colours as what was wearing yesterday while up at Glasgow. Well, the players were, because they were in blue. I thought they were going to be in white. But, right, so, got a song. The song isn't finished. But, I felt I had to do this because I've just seen Matty Renton at Magpie Channel TV. And he's not happy. And he's a much bigger YouTube channel than I am. But he's not happy. So if he's not happy, I'm not happy either. Yesterday, yeah, we got beat. But Alexander Isak sent home. Why? Matty was saying in his video just before there, why wasn't he sitting in the stands with other players? Why was he sent home? Now, apparently there's a bid coming. So yeah, I wrote this song. What's going on at Newcastle United? What really is going on? Because fans aren't happy. We're 20 days into pre-season of a brand new season, 25-26. Pre-season, Newcastle. What's going on live? Players being sent home. What's really happening? Two black and white army. What's going on? Why we sign one player? Why so secretive? We ain't MI5 or 6. a new season. Are we to be worried or excited? What's going on? What's going on? Newcastle United. Why we got just the one player? The song isn't finished, but are we to be worried as Newcastle United supporters when we should be ecstatic? Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, right? We're on to a new season, yeah? And we should be absolutely excited and ecstatic. Yeah, we should be. I shouldn't have to watch a fellow YouTuber and that look of dread on their face. Yeah, we got beat yesterday. Yeah, we did. But I've just, like, my fellow YouTuber, the Magpie Channel TV, dread and the mannerisms, right? Come on, Newcastle United. Pull your finger out. And the song I've just wrote, What's Ganning On? It's not finished. It's just, bits and pieces I've put together on a page. But my point is this. Newcastle United, you're not MI5. You're not MI6. Stop being so secretive. Players, yeah? We've got Langer. We're looking at Wissa, James Trafford, a whole host of players. But nothing's happening at all. Why? Even like what Matty was on about. Al Halal or something like that from Saudi Arabia have turned around and said 200 million. We can't do anything about that. That's a sad case. We can't do anything about that. That's a football world. Disappointed? Yes. But 25, 26 or coming season. I want to be excited. I want to be able to turn around and say, right, we're defending the Carabao Cup. And we're going to win the FA Cup. Or get as far in the FA Cup as possible. I want me to win the FA Cup. Straight up. I want me to win the FA Cup. But I want me to defend the Carabao Cup. But I want players in through the door. We've got one. And why I've done this, why I've done this live is this. That look of fear, man. You know, or a fellow YouTuber looking them straight in the face on, you know, my TV. And thinking, oh my Lord. Why? We worship right there. And yeah, I mean, 200 million to a club in Saudi Arabia, co-owned by Public Investment Fund. If His Excellency wants Newcastle United to be number one, start showing it. Let's, instead of Liverpool, City, Chelsea breaking the transfer record, let's have our club breaking the British transfer record. That's a statement of intent nobody can deny. Because at the end of the day, public investment fund companies normally do excellent. Hey up! We got a pioneer in here. Pioneers from the Pie Network, just so you know. But one of the things that I'm really, really angry about is we've got Alanga in, nobody else. Sort the weird structure out. Hit the weird structure with the biggest mallet. Obliterate it. Because we're not under the old ownership when we all know what he was like, tight as a fish's backside. We are under new ownership. Let's implement that new ownership. Other parts to do with this. Ow. I've said this many, many times. St. James's Park. Are we staying at St. James's Park? Or are we getting a brand new stadium? Nobody knows nothing. Now, one thing I will say is this. Alanga's in. He was doing good yesterday. Good runs. And I want to see 5 players join Anthony Alanga. So to His Excellency, sort it out. Yeah? You sort it out. And then maybe, just maybe, next May, Newcastle United are 3rd, 2nd in the Premier League. And we push all the way for what His Excellency wants. And that is number 1, to win the Premier League. I'm not saying we're going to do it, but that's His Excellency Yasser Al-Rumayyan's number 1 aim. We are Premier League champions. Why not do it a bit early? Upset the apple cart. It'll upset some of the big teams, your Chelseas, your Liverpools, your Manchester Cities, Tottenhams, etc. So let's do it. And keep Eddie Howe happy. If he's happy, the players are happy. Well, I want to see the wage structure like what other teams have got. We don't even have a training ground sponsor. Naming rights at St James's Park. Nothing. I'll get to chat in a second. But these things need to be said because there's not just Matty of Magpie Channel TV who's angry and annoyed. No, there's more. There's more of us annoyed. And what you don't understand is this. We're not just on one platform. No. Ow, ow, ow. We're on many. We are on many different platforms chatting about the badge. But to watch young Matty before there, who is way higher up the YouTube rankings, the lad looks like he's been robbed. You know? And to be honest, when you think about it, Newcastle United turned around and said early 2025, we're going to be hearing about a new stadium, or they're going to build a huge wall at the Gallagher end of St James's Park, and we've heard nothing. Apart from the mace running across Strawberry Place. Nothing. Why? David! Yes. No, it's not. AI, come on, David. Really, man. Oh, yeah. So, yes, I just thought, I've just watched Matty Renton of Magpie Channel TV, and he's not a happy lad, man. He isn't. He's not a happy lad. Because players being sent home. Like what? A huge bid come in from a team in Saudi Arabia for Alexander Isak. So, they sent the player home. And it's not nice. We worship at the cathedral on the hill, man. We do. We worship. When we go to matches, we sing it. We sing our hearts out. Anthony Gordon, Bruno, Tonali, they've all got their songs. And by the time the game's finished with, we've normally got a bad croaky throat. Getting transfer deals done later in the world. That's my point. I mean, Eddie Howe turned round and saying, I wanted deals done early. We've missed the 10-day transfer mini dot window before the Club World Cup. And then we are 20 days into July. To be honest, that's shocking. One player in the door is not good enough. Oh, you mean that plate there? Yeah, it was a neighbour that got that plate. But I saw young Matty, and the kid looks distraught, man. So I thought, yeah. I wrote a bit of the song, and I did the song at the beginning, right at the beginning. It's not finished. The song's not finished. Reason why the song's not finished is I said half an hour ago in a post that I was gonna come live. It was just what it caught. It looked like, to be honest, it looked like somebody robbed Matty, robbed his wallet and run away with it. And I was like, that's not right, for our club to act like they are MI5 or MI6, the security services, is just absolute total bonkers, and the fact that we only have one signing this season. Sorry, but one signing, and it's now the 20th day of the season. Yeah, our squad is thin. You are quite correct, David. Do you know what I'd really like to see, David? Is this? Yeah, we have. There's a team below our first team. Don't know what the official title of that team is. Is it the under 21s or the under 18s or something like that? But what I want to see is this. I really, really want to see this. There's a couple of them to get plucked from that team, and they just train and train to the idea of they might play a cup game, or they might get 15 minutes on the European stage, but young blood from the team below our first team. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, that's nice. But yeah, I thought I had to come on because at the end of the day, watching a fellow YouTuber, as if somebody just robbed him. No. It's what do you got? I'll come on and sing his a little song. There's another thing as well, David. 52,300 fans are lucky enough to go in and watch a game. Now, tonight's live, 7 p.m. What we're going to talk about is how many people do we think who can't get to St James's Park watch Newcastle United live by whatever means possible? And let's get a figure on that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, 21st day tomorrow of July, and I expect no news from Newcastle United, or the shocking news that Alexander is going to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, David. I mean, I'm angry. I'm angry, annoyed, and frustrated because at the end of the day, I really wanted Alexander Isak to break his record. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. I knew I was going to sneeze. But yeah, I want the weird structure sorted out. So we've got Anthony Gordon on an ace package, Harvey Barnes, Joe Linton, Bruno, Tonali, etc. Not on. We're not under the same ownership that when we had Tate Ashley. The clubs are unable to close the deals. It's a mess. Yeah, it's stupid. Utterly, utterly stupid. And it's because one of the points is this: they're not consulting their power base. Like, who do we want in a black and white shirt? Who? So we'll speak about this more. 7 p.m. Okay. This is just me replying to a fellow YouTube channel who I admire, because I admire every single YouTube channel which is above me and those below me, because I know how hard it is, man. So we will we'll come back to this and much more. 7 p.m. Vivian, being a Newcastle supporter, is like rolling with the highs and lows. It shouldn't be, though. It shouldn't be, Vivian, because we're not under the previous ownership model. We've moved from the side alleyway trading to we're on like Oxford Street, where the best shows are. Do you know what I mean? Well, best shops. Because of our ownership model is the public investment fund. Everything the public investment fund touches turns to bloody gold. Well, I saw Pope yesterday making a couple of saves. The one from Fabian Shaw, I was like, oh my God. Even the commentator, who was Scottish, was like, he even thought it was a goal. So, yeah. But we'll speak about this later. 7 p.m. Be there or be square. And there's lots of different Newcastle United 7 p.m. because there's a lot to get into, you know. Anyway, see you all 7 p.m. And please, before you come in, it's dead easy to do this. When it shows you the YouTube, just click the like. It looks like that. Yeah. Come in and we'll have a discussion. See you then. Okay. Bye for now.